I had a request video, and it was to do a video on racism. And I think this is a bit of a controversial topic, purely because some people, well, there's no an excuse for it really, but some people have an excuse as to why they may be a racist or not like a certain particular type of person or whatever. But the point of this whole video is to sort of, I don't know, I just express my views and then you can either like them or not like them or learn from it. Anyway, how do I start this video off? Let me think, let me collect my thoughts, because I tend to stray from the point a little bit. Let me just collect my thoughts. I think some people are just sort of, they're afraid of what's different. I don't necessarily think it's, because what we've got, what the biggest question is we've got nowadays is ignorance an excuse for racism. And what I mean by that is some people will say something that is racist, for example, call someone a packy or a nigger or something along those lines, and not realise it is racist purely because they hear maybe their favourite singer saying it, their favourite rapper, their friends are saying it, or they've seen it on TV or whatever, wherever they've got it from. Does that necessarily make them a racist? Not them as a person, but what they've said, yes. And I think that's what we've sort of got to combat. And sort of, rather than sort of punishing people, I think it's more about educating someone so they don't go on and be racist to someone else. Because you can lock someone up for being racist, you can go to jail for it, but that doesn't really do anything, because they'll come out and they'll still be a racist. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna change anything. And I think what it is, it's just sort of educating people. And I think you just got to sort of get along with one another. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard for people that are in sort of, I think it's harder for kids, especially in England. And like where I'm sort of from, I live in Sussex, and Sussex is like one of these weird places where people are racist to you, but you can't say anything about it. And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, I'm originally from London, and London is great because if someone's going to be racist to you, that's it, they're just racist to you, and you know they don't like you because you're black, and you know to stay out of their way, and they'll stay out of your way, and you live happily side by side. And where I used to live in London, I used to live where the National Front, which is another quite a racist group, they used to meet in the pub down the road, and the BNP headquarters was about 15 minutes down the other end of the road, and we lived happily side by side. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, we stood at each other's way. The point I'm making is, down here, I've moved down to Sussex, and it's sort of so different purely because when people are racist to you, it's not necessarily you're a fucking nigger, piss off, I don't like you. It's more, it's sort of subtle. It's maybe leaving you out or something, or treating you differently, or you know, or maybe sort of following you, if a security guard following you around a shop. I mean, I'm quite a shifty person anyway, so I don't personally really mind it, and I sort of wind them up anyway, and I sort of pick up DVDs and shuffle them about a bit. I'm just a prick like that, do you know what I mean? But with other people, I think they find it hard, and not many black kids know how to deal with that, do you know what I mean? And it is annoying, and it is hard, and it's frustrating, because obviously you want to fit in, and you don't want to be treated differently, and do you know what I mean? It's just sort of, it's just the skin colour, do you know what I mean? And not everyone can get past that. Not everyone sort of, do you know what I mean? And some people like will be racist because I've had people be racist to me because obviously they've had someone who was black that may hurt them or beat them up, or they saw a black person doing something that was bad and they think all black people are the same. And it's like, do you know, it's sort of, like I said, it all comes down to education. I mean, personally, if you're a racist, then I don't know why you're talking to me, but it's just, it's one of them weird things. And then I've got friends who are also racist, and it confuses me because this is what I mean with Sussex. They will be really racist, so they'll be like, oh, I don't like packies, I don't like black people, or I think everyone should go back to their own country, blah 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 blah. And then at the same breath they'll say, but you're alright, I don't mind you. And it's just one of them things where it's just like epic facepalm, do you know what I mean? And I don't know, I don't know how to combat it. I really don't. It drives me nuts. When I was at school, I was forever getting into fights over it, forever getting into fights over racism, because it's one of them things where it's not that it's hard to tell someone, but it's the belief of, oh, you're just saying that because, oh, you're trying to pull a race card, or you're trying to do this, or you're just doing this for that. And a lot of the time you get people that will be saying racist things to you, but you don't report it purely because it's banter, when it's not really banter. You're just being a prick. And do you know what I mean? That's what a lot of kids in schools now, they find it hard to report things, and the teacher will be like, oh no, I didn't hear nothing, or oh no, I don't think it's racism, or whatever. So in the end you just give up, and then you deal with it yourself, and then that causes you to get into fights, and then other people see you having fights, and they see the black kid having fights, and then that makes them even more racist, and then they go and tell their parents, and then their parents are like, oh, stay away from that black kid. Do you know what I mean? And it's just a vicious circle. So it's just something that's always going to be there. It's never gonna, I would never think it was going to go away. Obviously it has gotten better, a lot better, like miles and miles. That's an understatement to just say a lot better. It's like masses better, but it's always still there. Like some places more than others, like, do you know what I mean? But I think it's just one of those things that it's really shit, to be fair. It's really shit, and it does make you feel upset, because obviously, like, I wrote a status the other day talking about white people, because white people have got it good, man. White people have got it down to the T, mate. Like, honestly, because you're white, right? You go into a shop person will serve you perfectly fine, right? Perfectly fine, no worries. Say if you're buying, I don't know, right? Say you go into a shop and you buy, I would say some trainers, but that's like, sports shops are more multicultural. They're used to black people coming in there. But okay, right, say if you buy something really simple, like, I don't know, some deodorant, right, from Tesco's or something like that. You go into the shop and you're white, right? You go in, you put it on the counter, you pay your money, you walk out, you might get a hello or whatever, yeah? A black kid, right? And this is where people are like, oh no, that's not racist, that's not racist. But it is racism, right? But you get a black kid that comes along, buys the exact same deodorant, exact same school uniform, say if there's in school, exact same thing, everything exactly the same. Only different thing is the colour of their skin, right? You go in there, a black kid, put down their deodorant, pay for their money, they get this evil look, and then this blank look on their face, on the cashier's face, of confusion. It's normally a middle-aged white lady, right? Middle-aged white lady. She gets this blank look of confusion, and straight away, before you even open your mouth, straight away she can't understand what you're saying because you're black, right? And people will be like, no, that's not true, no. But it is honestly. Straight away, that person will be like, they're foreign, they're black, they're foreign, they're not English. What do I do? And people panic. Honestly, people panic. Like, I've had it loads of times where people be like, do you know what? Straight away they're like, oh, he's foreign, I'm not going to be able to understand what he's saying. And I'm like, hi, you right? And they're like, what? You're English. It's like, yeah, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like people don't expect it. Like, straight away, people don't expect it, and you got to deal with that every single day. Just imagine that, right? This is why I say you white people got it good. You can do simple things, right, and you just get on with it. Like us black people, man, we got it fucking hard, man. Honestly, it is hard. It's tough, and like, some people are like hard on it more than others. Like, I mean, older black people, they will have it hard, and they will be hard done, but they'll speak about it and they'll be like, oh, we've got it hard, and me, I don't really give a shit. I'm only saying this now because people have asked my opinions. But like, yeah, older black people, like my nan and my uncle, like, fucking hell, my uncle, man, seriously, swear down, he is like bloody so pessimistic and like hard done by, like, cause he's like grew up in like the 50s, and he saw it like all happening, like all the racism, all the police officers beating up people because they're black, like all the National Front, everything like that, all that shit. Like, he saw it, he was part of it, and he was victimized because of it. Like, so he obviously feels it more than I do. Whereas I've been brought up in a generation where, yeah, racism exists, but I can walk out the street and I'm not gonna get stopped and searched because I'm black. Do you know what I mean? Well, I might do if I get some racist twat, but do you know what I mean? On the whole, like, most people will be accepting if I was to walk around the street and I'm black. I won't be like fucking stoned or some shit. And I won't just, and what we get confused about, this video is quite long, it's going to drag on a little bit, but stay with me. What we get confused about is racism is not just to do with colour, right? I had this debate with my friend the other day. Racism is also to do with, it could be whether you're like, what part of the world you come from. So if you're Polish, if you're Spanish, if you're Japanese, if you're Chinese, if you call someone a chink and they're from China, that is still classed as racism. Like, some people are like, oh, no, because racism is to do with colour. No, what race is not colour. Race is what you are as a person. We are all part of the same race. We are part of the human race. We are all humans, which means we are a race, yeah? Race is to do with, yeah, it is colour as well, but it covers a whole, racism covers a whole different types of things, right? And I'm going to talk about something as well. This is a bit off the point, but it's kind of to the point. All of these racist people, right, that are like, they're to talk about people going back to their own country and yada yada yada, right? Now, this is what I want to get across to you people. When you people come along to me and they're like, oh, because I've got it quite a bit, right? Oh yeah, you're taking all the jobs, blah 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 blah, right? The jobs that these foreign people take, right? So Polish people, people that come from Slovakia, bloody all of them, Russia, you know, all of them other places, like, and all of them Eastern Bloc places, like them European places, Poland, I don't know if I said that already, but most of the jobs that they have is because the English people don't want those jobs. They're too fucking lazy to get off their damn asses, and they don't want to work. Do you know what I mean? The jobs are there, it's just whether you want them or not. And then people will be like, oh no, I'm not having that, I'm not having that job, blah blah blah, it's shit money. Well, there's a Polish person that comes along who's used to getting like 2p an hour, and then he goes up to 6.19 an hour, do you know what I mean, which is minimum wage in England for someone who's 18 plus, and they're like, oh yeah, this is great, do you know what I mean, they're spending money, they can pocket money, send money back home to their family, and if they've got kids out there, send money to their kids so they can go to school and do whatever and have nice things, and then they can still have money for themselves. They love it, man. They love fucking, honestly, they love it, mate. And then you get English people, they're like, oh no, this is shit money, I can't be fucked to do this, it's too much work, blah 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 blah. That's what it is. And then in the same breath they're like, oh yeah, look at him, oh yeah, he's fucking foreigner, go back to your own fucking country, taking all our jobs. It's like, no, he didn't take no job, he got the jobs fair and square, went for an interview. And I'm not being funny or anything, but if I was an employer, right, I would happily employ foreigners over English people, because English people are too fucking lazy. And this is why we have the Conservative government, and this is a fucking rant now, and I've gone off the point, but I don't give a fuck, because it needs to be said, now I'm on it. This is why we have Conservative government. The Conservative government, yeah, I'm pointing that way because my TV's there and I was watching it on TV. The Conservative government, when they went in, there was like, David Cameron's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get rid of, what is it? We're gonna get rid of, toughen immigration, blah blah blah. Yeah, we're gonna kick this one out. We're gonna kick that one out. We're gonna kick this one out. All you fucking racists out there, right? You're like, what? No immigration, no foreigner. Oh, brilliant. Let's vote Conservative, right? And guess what? What has David Cameron done about foreign people coming into the country? What? The UK Border Agency, that was the one that made that fucking poster. That weren't David Cameron. That weren't the fucking Conservatives. And then the same people that are, oh yeah, let's vote Conservatives. How you fucking foreigners, mate? He's fucked you right up. He's cut your benefits. He's cut all your young people's services. He's cut all your housing benefit. He's cut your child benefit. You can't claim benefit unless you've been looking for work for something like 14 weeks or something stupid like that. He fucks you white people right over, mate. All of us foreigners, mate. We're fucking still getting a decent treatment. We can come into the country. I mean, I'm not even a fucking foreigner. I'm born here, lived here, my mum and dad were born here, everything, man. And my gran moved here when she was like 20 something, and she's now 83, do you know what I mean? So, do you know what I mean? It's just fucking, yo, fucking dumb, man. Seriously, all you same people, all you same fucking racist people that were like, oh yeah, fuck the foreigners, mate. He fucked you up, mate. He fucked you right up. Anyway, back onto the point of racism, right? People that are racist, they're just, like I said earlier, I've got no time for them. And I'm just, before I collect my thoughts and get back onto the subject, I will maybe sort of say a few things twice, because I know someone picked me up on that I mentioned things too many times and I repeat myself. But I will get onto the point, but I just like to pick things up so I can remember where I am. But no, it's just, it's just one of them things. It's one of them, it's not a nice thing. It isn't a nice thing. And I can't understand physically why, like mentally, I can't understand why someone would not like someone because of their skin color. Like if I'm friends with absolutely anyone, I said this in my, what video was it? The Popular Kids video. Yeah, I said this in my Popular Kid video. If Facebook done links, then I'll put a link in, but they don't because it's fucking shite. But this is why I like YouTube, man. Anyway, but no, in my Popular Kid video, I was like, I don't care who you are, if you're black, white, whatever. Fat, short, tall, gay, straight, bi, whatever, mate. Whatever tickles your pickle, whatever you are, whatever you do, however you dress, whatever, I'll talk to you, right? And I can't understand these people that don't talk to people because they're black or because they're foreign or from somewhere that they do not know. And people are scared of what they don't understand. They're scared of what they don't know. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's fear. It's absolutely fear. And one more thing I'm going to bring up in this point. One more thing. I want you to think about this, yeah? I want you to rewind and I want you to actually think about it and pick up on different points. If you've got questions, I want you to list them below. I want you to ask questions about this topic. I don't want, because I've got 2 points, sorry. The first point, because I think that's more important, this is what happens in England, right? Not just in England, but in general, but I'm talking about England because that's where I know, right? In England, we are fucking shit scared to say the word black. Do you know what I mean? Because of political correctness, it makes people racist, right? And I should have said this a long time because people might switch off because I dragged on a little bit. But because of political correctness, we make people racist. And because of, and if you don't know what that means, I'll tone it down a little bit. That basically means because we can't say this and we can't say that because people might think we are racist, people get scared. And then because obviously we think, oh no, we can't say that. For example, coloured, right? This is a common example. Can I call you coloured? That's what I get. Can I call you coloured, or do you like that? Personally, I'm not, you know, yellow, pink, blue, green, orange, red. I'm not coloured. So no, you can't call me coloured. For argument's sake, I would say if you was describing me and you mentioned me as coloured, I would not be offended. That all comes down to education. That's not you being racist. If you mentioned me as maybe a nigger and you was trying to insult me, then yeah, I'd fucking fuck your ass up. Do you know what I mean? But it's just, you just got to balance. But that's what it is. It's scaredness. It's people are scared to say what they're feeling, and because they're fear, and because we get told we can't say this and we can't say that, and oh yeah, if you say this about this one, that's racist, and if you say this about that one, then that can be classed as racist. People just get fed up and they think, fuck you, you're foreign. If I say anything to you, I'm gonna get called a racist, and that's it. I can't be nasty to you, otherwise someone will just say it's racism. No, if you want to be nasty to someone, you be nasty to someone, but you say something about them. You don't get into their colour and say how they're fucking foreign and to go back home. If you're racist to a Polish person, if you're nasty to a Polish person, you're just being nasty to a Polish person. It's not anything. If you're then mentioning stuff about where they're coming from and about their family and they're coming here taking all the jobs, which is what most people do, and all the rest of it, then that's when we're gonna go have a problem. The second thing is, so that's the first thing, is people are just scared. Because, oh no, sorry. I'll give one more example. I was on the tube in London, right? And there was this guy from Texas in America. He lived in England for about 2 years. He was pissed out of his head, which is why I got all this information out of him. But no, he lived in Texas. He come over to England. He lived in England for about 2 years. He lived in Notting Hill Gate. And I was sitting on a train with my girlfriend at the time. And there was some French people and with their 2 French people with their kids. And they'd been on holiday, been to Harrods and all the rest of it because they had all the shopping bags. That's besides the point. What I'm trying to do is build up the picture. Anyway, this American guy, and there was this other guy who was, I don't know where he was from. And he comes to me and he goes, oh, he goes, you're right, mate? And I was chatting to him, and he goes to this other guy that was sitting opposite me, and he goes, oh, why are you so quiet, right? He goes, why are you so scared and why are you so quiet? And then he's like, oh no, I think this guy was just a quiet guy, had a long day at work and he just wanted to keep his head down. And this guy, is it because he's black, right? In America, they're not afraid to say the word black. He was American, man. Oh, it's fine. He was like, you know, and he pointed it out. He goes, is it because he's black? And the guy was like, do you know, he didn't know what to say, he didn't know where to do. And that's the thing, people are scared. It's just the colour, mate, it's just the colour. It's not going to be, and that's what he said. He was saying, oh, people get really, that's the only thing he was saying about English. He said people get really funny if you say the word black. And that's what it is. People are scared to say the word black. Do you know what I mean? They're shit scared to say the word black because they don't want to get called a racist, and they know how much shit it will cause if they get called a racist, and people will be like, oh, you're a racist, blah, blah, blah. And then they've got them prove, fucking hell, I'll be going for 20 minutes. They got them prove that they're not a racist, do you know what I mean? In this video, it might be a little bit too long, so I might have to split it up. Anyway, so, yeah, basically, that's sort of that. Even not, I have to load it up on YouTube and then put the link in. But yeah, so people get worried about sort of being called racist, but you know, just like I said, I don't know. I hope I've sort of made sense in the video, and I've sort of answered your question. Also, what I don't understand is, right, I've had people be racist to me, right, white girls, and boys, but for this example I'll use girls. I've had white girls be racist to me, right? Oh yeah, you're a nigger, oh yeah, you're a black so-and-so, you should fuck off to your own country, blah 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 blah, I don't like you because you're black and all the rest of it, right? Which is really bad, and you know, after you've heard it once, you hear it, you know, it pisses me off sometimes, but after a while it's just like, yeah, fuck you, okay, move on, right? But this is what I don't get. Girls, if you're a racist girl and you're on my Facebook for whatever reason, you might just be a fucking idiot, and I don't know why you're on my Facebook or you're following me if you're a racist, but why then, when it's fucking 25 degrees out there, are you fucking stripped out in your garden, butt-ass naked, trying to get a tan, right? And when you don't go brown, which is what I am, you complain. What the fuck? You're saying you don't like black people, but yet you're trying to be brown. I'm fucking brown, mate. And you're saying you want to go brown, and you're saying you don't like brown people. That I've never got that. Ever since I was so big like this, yeah? Little top. I've never fucking got it. All you white people that go out and sunbathe and you're fucking racist. What the fuck? What the hell? Honestly, seriously, it spins me out. If you're racist and you want to get a suntan, right? And you want to go brown, you want to be olive, mate. You want to be fucking mixed race. You're a nice caramel mixed. See, that's racist, but oh well. You want a nice mixed race complexion, right? You just you're fucking lost, mate. You're fucking lost. I swear down. Right. Anyway, I'm wrapping this video up because I'm running out of space on my camera as well, so I need to just delete some shit. But I hope I've answered your question, mate. And